Korea and China are nearing the end of free trade negotiations. The trade ministers from each country will lead a 14th round of talks in Beijing starting today, with the goal of coming to terms of a final agreement sometime during the APEC summit, where the two leaders of the two countries will meet. Shin Se-min reports.
Korea and China will meet for a 14th round of FTA talks in Beijing on this Thursday, where they hope to hammer out the final details of their bilateral trade pact. Unlike in previous negotiations where vice ministers attended, Korean Trade Minister Yoon Sang-jick and his Chinese counterpart Gao Hucheng will be leading these talks. They hope to come to terms on an agreement before President Park Geun-hye and Xi Jinping meet next week during the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Beijing. According to Seoul's Trade Ministry, the two sides will be discussing all 22 chapters of the Free Trade Pact, 16 of which have been or are close to being settled. Yet differences remain on the opening China's manufacturing sector to Korean imports and imports of Chinese agricultural produce to Korea. Korean automakers and farmers will be paying close attention to details from the meetings, as both are concerned about their bottom lines being affected by an influx of goods made in China. Free trade negotiations between Seoul and Beijing began in May of 2012. During summit talks in July, President Park Geun-hye and Xi Jinping agreed to conclude the FTA negotiations before the year ends. China is Korea's leading trade partner, with bilateral trade last year reaching nearly $230 billion. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.